Now we have case 3 where RAB equal to 0, that is securities are independent of one another. That means movement in the rate of return of security A does not affect the return of security B. So securities are independent of one another. The proportionate holding that could give the maximum variance, that means risk portfolio, can be determined by setting the first order deviation of the portfolio risk equal to 0 and solving the risk as follows. That means the procedure of calculation of the weight are remain same, but here in case of where here we have to take RAB, the value of RAB equal to 0. First we have to retain the variance function of the two asset portfolio, which is WA square into sigma A square, WB square into sigma B square plus 2WA into sigma A into WB into sigma B into RAB. In respect of RAB, the value will be taken as 0. So here this entire value will become equal to 0 and the variance function will take shape as WA square into sigma A square, WB square into sigma B square. Now we know that here total weight, that means WA plus WB is equal to 1. So WB can be written as 1 minus WA. Here in place of WB we can write 1 minus WA. So here WA square into sigma A square, in respect of in place of WB square we can write 1 minus WA square into sigma B square. Now 1 minus WA square can be converted into 1 here A minus B whole square, that means 1 minus 2WA plus WA square into sigma B square, and here the reduced variance function by putting RAB equal to 0 will comes, and by putting the value of WB which is equal to 1 minus WA, the reduced variance function comes to WA square into sigma A square plus sigma B square minus 2WA into sigma B square plus WA square into sigma B square. Now we have to differentiate both, because we have to differentiate both sides with respect to WA, because in this variance function the variable factor is WA, because here sigma A is constant, sigma B is constant, so here the variable factor is WA. So we have to calculate the changes that is to be taken place if WA is being changed. That means what will be the effect on the variance function if there is changes in the weight of security A. That means if the changes in WA, how much changes in there in the variance function, that is to be calculated, and for doing so we have to differentiate both sides of this variance function with respect to WA. Now by differentiating both sides of the variance function with respect to WA, here if we differentiate this function with respect to WA, then here WA square will become 2WA into sigma A square. Sigma A square is constant, so it will be there, and here WA square will become to 2WA. Now sigma B square is constant, so there is no change due to changes in WA. So here for sigma B square the value of changes will be 0. So here the value of changes is 0. Now for minus 2WA into sigma B square, here for 2 and sigma B square there is no change, it is, and for WA for differentiation of WA in respect of WA will be 1, so the value will be 2 into sigma B square. Here for WA square into sigma B square it will become 2WA into sigma B square. 2WA, it is the changes in the value of WA square with respect to WA, it will be 2WA, and for sigma B square there will be no change, it is the constant, so it is to be written as same. So after differentiating the variance function with respect to WA, it will take shape as 2WA into sigma A square minus 2 into sigma B square plus 2 into WA into sigma B square. Now by setting, now we know that first order differentiation will be taken as 0 because here we want to minimize the risk or variance. So for minimization of any function we have to set the first order differentiation, we have to set 0 against the first order differentiation of that function. Now here by setting 0 against the first order differentiation, we have 2 into W into sigma A square minus 2 sigma B square plus 2 into W into sigma B square equal to 0. Now from this WA becomes sigma B square divided by sigma A square plus sigma B square, and we know that WA plus WB is equal to 1. Here WB equal to 1 minus WA. In place of WA, that value is to be plot here. So here WB, weight of security B, becomes equal to sigma A square divided by sigma A square plus sigma B square. So when RAB is equal to 0, that means when the securities are independent of each other, in that case diversification benefit can be attained to some extent, but for getting the maximum diversification benefit, the weight that is to be set for security A will be sigma B square. Weight of security A will be sigma B square divided by sigma A square plus sigma B square, and weight of security B will be taken as sigma A square divided by sigma A square plus sigma B square. So this will be the weight for security A, and this will be the weight for security B, where RAB equal to 0. That means where the RAB equal to 0, that means security are independent of each other. In that case, if we set WA, weight of security A, equal to sigma B square divided by sigma A square plus sigma B square, and if we set weight of security B as sigma A square divided by sigma A square plus sigma B square, then we can attain the maximum diversification benefit. Now case 4, in respect of case 4, here we have case 4 where RAB varies from -1 to 0. So here the securities are negatively correlated but not perfectly negatively correlated, and here for this situation where the securities are negatively correlated but not perfectly negatively correlated, in that case minimum variance portfolio combination can be obtained by setting the first order deviation of the portfolio risk equation equal to 0 and solving the weight. There will be a diversification benefit in this case. Here we have so many values, because from -1 to 0 there are so many values. Suppose the value will maybe -0.9, value may be -0.85, value may be -0.8, value may be -0.75. For each and every value we have to determine the weight as we have detected in respect where RAB equal to -1, where RAB equal to 0. In that way we have to determine the weight where RAB equal to -0.9, RAB equal to -0.75. The procedure of determination of the weight will be same. That means by putting the value of RAB in the variance function, we have to make the first order differentiation test, and against first order differentiation we have to set 0, and then we can derive the weight that will give the maximum diversification benefit. So here for each and every value that are lies between -1 to 0, there will be different types of weight, which different types of weight that will be detected by making first order differentiation and setting 0 against it, and by applying the same procedure as we done usual manner. Now in case of case 5 where RAB varies from 0 to 1, here the securities are positively correlated but not perfectly positively correlated. Here some combination of the two securities can still provide a smaller variation of the return for the portfolio than either security taken alone, provided the correlation coefficient between the two stock return is less than the ratio of lower SD to the higher SD, as follows. That means here we have to make the test of threshold condition. If RAB is less than lower sigma by higher sigma, that means if RAB is less than sigma A by sigma B, where sigma A less than sigma B, or where RAB less than sigma B by sigma B, sigma B by sigma A, where sigma B less than sigma A, that means here in the right hand side there will be lower sigma by higher sigma. And if this proportion, after calculating this proportion, this is to be compared with RAB. If RAB is less than this proportion, then threshold condition is to be satisfied, and if the above threshold condition is fulfilled, then minimum variance portfolio combination can be determined by setting the first order deviation of the portfolio risk equation equal to 0 and solving for weight as usual manner, as we have done in respect where RAB equal to -1, where RAB equal to 0. In that same process, we have to calculate the weight for the securities if the threshold condition is satisfied. And but if threshold condition is not fulfilled, then the investors have to be choose only one securities between them which have the lowest risk, because if threshold condition is not satisfied, there will be no diversification benefit. So by constructing portfolio, the investors cannot minimize their risk. So here the risk averse investors should always invest their money in the security having the lower risk.